My man. Doing the most. Doing the most. You know I had to remix this bitch. Shout out Hot Boy. If I get caught up in a storm, pray the rain to keep me calm. All my life I dealt with pain, see no evil cause on. Chop along just like a on. No bitches we fucking on. Doing wrong without them knowing. I'm the GOAT if you ain't know it. And you can't go do what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. And you can't go through what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. I just need someone to call on. I've been making moves like Michael Corleone. I won't say that shit until it's set in stone. Bitch, don't say my name if you gon' say it wrong. I can't touch these drugs and keep my...
Yo, it's your boy CT Crusher here checking in. Just wanting to remind y'all to go subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jube for the Hoodie Jube live podcast. We talking pressing topics here for you every night of the week. Hit that ding dong bell to make sure you don't miss an upload. Come join in on the conversation. Help us expand the community. We do a lot of giveaways, give away to a lot of charities, giving away to the local children's hospital. And oh, by the way, if you want a chance to win free NFL tickets, yes, I said that, free NFL tickets, make sure you subscribe and hit the ding so you don't miss a chance to win free NFL tickets. Peace out.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hoodie Jube, and if you're looking for the best restaurant in town, man, go try Weed Ass Chicken and Shrimp, man. They have the best chicken wings, the best chicken tenders, the best fried shrimp, the best fried catfish, and their fries are so amazing, covered with ranch, cheese, bacon, jalapenos. Oh my! Yes, you heard it. Go try it out. They got 4 locations: Monroe, Louisiana, Marrero, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Houston, Texas, baby. Go try it now.
Right, man. What up? I won't speak on nothing but the real. You know how I want to come, you know what I'm saying? Say we've been down for too long. The only way is up, it's time to move on. Never leave your house without your shoes on. Them killers want to spot you, cannot move on. Ain't worried about that girl, I tell them move on. They say it's my fault, but I'm feeling I can't do wrong. Cut all my partners off, let me open like the roof gone. Long talks and I ain't never changed, it's just been too long. That is shaking back and that's a fact, so I'm turned up. Fall up in the club, I'm going down and I'm like, what's up? Throw me in that water, I won't go down, I'm too up. She want with a man, I knock that hoe down, I'm too up. Told all her friends, now she just want me to grow.
You can't see us, I tell them now. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Cub Mara break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. He talking Byron Matthew, he talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Woo. Hoodie droop in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You heard me? Your time is up. Our time is now. Woo. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say hoodie, hoodie droop in the building. We shining.
Here he is, Hoodie Jube.
Couple of good days of practice. Obviously, most of this has all been walked through today or the last couple of days, and so we're excited about getting back out on the field and having an opportunity to compete. So,
anything you can share officially? Will Andy Dalton start? Will he be ruled out?
Yeah, there's several guys that'll be ruled out. Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Andrews Pete, Adam Troutman. Those guys are all, Lattimore. Those guys are all be ruled out. Yeah, I think we'll just wait till game time.
When you say you're in walkthrough situations, doing mental rest, how much more difficult, or is it correct what you want to correct on defense because you can't get that line?
Yeah, well, certainly we believe in practice and getting full speed reps. I mean, that's the way the game's played. So but that's the nature of the business when you play a Thursday night game. It's tough for guys to get themselves ready to play on a short turnaround like that. So, the biggest thing is just mentally, being prepared and understanding the things that we have to, improve on. So that's where we were at this week.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of practice this week. Just kind of big picture going through since he's been here. What are some of the things that you like about him and he's done well?
Yeah, look, he's highly competitive. He's smart. He's going to get up and challenge and compete. I think he's got 19 defensive snaps on the season. He's a guy that we've been real excited about. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to have him healthy. So I'm excited for him to, get back out there and get an opportunity to, compete, whether it be defensively or on special teams.
Could you talk about just not like Arizona specifically, but traveling as a team, maybe Thursday night specifically, just like kind of what goes into the mental preparation when you're traveling in general?
Well, look, I mean, it's not too dissimilar to playing a home game. I think you eliminate a lot of distractions, because you're traveling as a team together and you're in a hotel room, and typically you don't have a lot of family members and things like that. We don't have to deal with, most of us anyway, including myself, don't have to worry about 15 or 20 tickets and that type of stuff. So it's really just focusing on the football, and I enjoy that part of the game.
Particularly tonight or this afternoon, what is kind of y'all's game plan as far as once you get there?
Yeah, we'll have some meetings this evening, then some more meetings tomorrow morning, and then we'll get on buses and head to the stadium and get ready to play.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys cleaned up some of the offensive mental errors, fumbles, penalties, and that. When you are trying to clean that stuff up, just as the head coach, like, what is the process for that? I'm sure it's beyond just saying like, don't do this. Like, how do you?
Well, look, yeah, I mean, you got to put them through those situations, and we keep trying to put them through those situations. We show them video, we work on it in practice. There's no magical formula other than making sure that we're locked in and focused when we're taking those reps in practice, and that's how you get better at it. Because look, typically, penalties typically occur from sometimes a lack of focus, and sometimes they occur from poor technique. Those are generally the two reasons why those things happen, and so those are the things we focus on trying to work on.
So it's kind of like if these things go sideways, like now you got to suffer through these meetings that maybe you wouldn't have to do if that stuff was on point. Is that kind of the idea behind it?
Well, you're still going to go through the meetings. It's just the point of emphasis in those meetings, may change. And so, yeah, look, it's really about, all the guys just being locked in to what they need to do and what those challenges are. It's no different than just, understanding what the normal, game plan is. What's your area of focus, and you generally get the things that you focus on.
Is it kind of the same deal right now with the tackling too? Some tackling, same process kind of?
Yeah. And look, we just got to understand that, tackling's about, want to, willingness, effort. Look, sometimes games in space and you're going against some really good players. So angles are important, and getting 11 guys running the ball, that's important. There's a lot of things that go into that, but certainly that's an area that we look to be better at.
When that gets a little sideways, like what usually causes that?
Well, most of the tackles that we've missed have been space tackles. And so just really understanding, what our leverage is, where our help is. And then there's a lot of times where, when I'm the only guy, it's really just about, making sure I'm putting my chest on them and getting them wrapped up and getting them down to the ground.
Coach, in terms of speed and scrambling abilities, Kyler Murray is one of the best you've ever coached against.
Yeah, he's extremely athletic at the quarterback position. And, there's a lot of times you watch the tape and you feel like guys have him, and next thing you know, he's running around throwing touchdown passes. So, that's one of the elements that's going to be difficult for us to deal with.
I guess after this Thursday night game, like this little mini buys kind of coming up, good time for this team.
Yeah, look, let's just focus on the Thursday night game, and then we'll kind of worry about everything after that once we do that.
As we were talking about Kyler Murray, is there, I guess, still concern at this point about your pass rush and how the defensive line is playing up to this point right now, just because of the challenge that you're going to be facing?
Well, I think the issue with the pass rush is about the quarterback, and about his scrambling ability. And I feel like the rush has been, pretty effective over the last several weeks. I don't think we started out the season as quickly as we would have liked to, but yet I think the rush over the last few weeks has been vastly improved.
When it comes to getting the quarterback to the ground, when you get there, how do you kind of work on? Is that a contained thing? Is that something you have to work on throughout the week?
Yeah, again, it gets back to the same thing we were talking about with space tackling. It's taking the proper angles and being able to wrap the quarterback up and get him on the ground, keeping on our feet, those types of things. There's really kind of a lot that goes into it. And look, there's times when you're in an ability mismatch, and that's where the other 10 guys on the field have to be there to back you up.
Dennis, how much does this offense just change with DeAndre that?
I don't think the scheme changes a ton. Maybe the things that they do with him, how they try to utilize him. Obviously, there's some one-on-one matchup things that they try to utilize to get him the ball. I think he's a extremely talented receiver, athletic, great catch radius, really good hands, runs precise routes, and so I just think he's another weapon that has the ability to make plays for them.
How are you feeling physically? I know you were on the injury report this week, and it's a short week.
Run it up, Panero. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We going to the bowl. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Young Nolan Hooded Jew wanna beat me like you know. Chris Olave, MC down the field. Once the throw the ball deep, yeah, you know it's getting real. Put Jarvis in the slot, he gon' do damage. AK in the backfield, you know Durant. E. Davis coming through the line, QB running out of time. Tom Brady, that's mine. Yeah, the Saints did it fine. Hold out, chopper style, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Chopper style. Choppers out, the boys wild, yeah, the boys wild. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we toting, my life.
Who that family, man? How is everybody doing this afternoon? Me, I'm doing just fine, man. And you know who it is, man. This is Hoodie Jube. Man, I hope everybody's doing okay today. Me, like I said, I'm doing just fine. Got off early today, so I got to be able to be off for the game and also get off early enough to do a podcast with y'all, which I am super, super excited to be. By the way, I see a lot of people in the chat right now. I'm gonna definitely give y'all a shout out in a second. So I'm gonna touch over the Bengals game and let y'all know what my thoughts were on the Bengals game too. But first, I want to go over the Cardinals game, the Cardinal matchup tonight. So I'm gonna let y'all know what my thought is on everything. So, number one, we gotta give a shout out to everybody in this damn thing. We got Masked Up Podcast. Who that to you? We got Miss Megan, Go Hawks, and who that to you? We got Jerry, the old freaking G. Who that to you? We got Trav 504. Who that to you? We got Rose City in the building. Who that to you? We got St. John Butler. Who that to you? We got T Dirty in the building. Who that to you? And by the way, y'all, speaking of Mr. T Dirty, man, thank you for doing my t-shirt over here for me. And anybody that wants to purchase a Hoodie Drew t-shirt, let me know. We're gonna be getting them. I'm gonna be ordering a bunch of them. Just let me know, and I'm gonna ask Mr. T Dirty to make them. So here they are right here, just to show y'all. So it's Hoodie Jube. Got my logo, and this is gold. This ain't the yellow that you see on the screen. This is actual Saints gold. So just letting y'all know, if y'all want one, let me know. We'll get Mr. T30 on them, and we're gonna start ordering them. So thanks again, T30, for that. We got Mr. Steven. Who that to you? We got my boy Levels. Who that to you? We also got Real Fans, aka Mr. Zach, in the building. Who that to you? What else we got up in here? We got Miss Dana, the Who that Queen, in the building. Who that to you? We got Apollo. Who that to you? Who else we got? We got Vic Boy. Who that to you? We got Michael in the building. Who that to you? We got It's Poppy 504. Who that to you? We got Anthony James. Who that to you? We got Brian Pearson in the building. Who that to you? Who else we got up in this thing? We got Derek Tyler. Who that to you? Let's see. We got my boy True. Who that to you? We have Barbara Williams in the building. Who that to you? We got Brother Prom in the building. Who that to you? Let's see who else we got. We got First Mike. Who that to you? We got Nola Gang. Who that to you? We got Nick Real. Who that to you? We got my boy CT Crusher in the building. Who that to you? We got Casual Dex. Who that to you? We also got Tim Dunn in the building. Who that to you? Let's see. Anybody else that I might have missed? We got my boy King Nep in the building. Who that to you, King Nep? We got Who that 1341 over here. Who that to you? So who that to everybody that's rolling in, and as y'all are, I see got a creation in the building. Who that to you? So as everybody's rolling on in, I'm gonna still give y'all a little special shout out. I see my boy Rob Mormon. Who that to you? I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody that would like to hop on and come chat away about this game tonight. And yes, we can talk a little bit about the Bengals game because I haven't been on to do that with y'all because I've been working too damn much. Been super tired, but so just to talk about this Cardinals game, man, talk about we're still missing a lot of key players. Just like the Bengals game. We ain't gonna have no Michael Thomas tonight. We're not gonna have no Jarvis Landry tonight. No Lattimore again. Andrews Pete, we don't have him because he got hurt. Um, who else we don't have? I'm thinking of Adam Troutman hurt his ankle last week, so we're not gonna have your starting tight end Adam Troutman. Um, so you got a few good key players in there that's gonna be out this game. But I mean, one good thing is that you get your rookie Alante Taylor. He gets to come back off of IR today, and they said he will be playing. So I'm happy to hear that we get Alante Taylor back because watching last game, our DB room needs a little bit of help. But I can see Alante Taylor, Paulson Adebo, probably those two most likely would be on the outside, and Bradley Roby on the inside. Now, if they want to put Bradley Roby on the outside where he ain't been great with Adebo on the other side and put Alante Taylor in the slot, that's cool. But just suspect Alante Taylor to get a little bit of playing time tonight, probably a lot of playing time because there's no Lattimore. So we also going to have Marcus May back like we did last week, who did pretty good. Tyron Matthew, my brother, you need to step it up, Honey Badger. We know what you are capable of being, and we haven't seen it yet. So come on, Honey Badger, we need you. We need this defense to step it up, especially against a scrambling quarterback like Kyler Murray, right? So I know what this defense is capable of. We know how good this defense really can be. They just haven't been showing up. Last week, it was hard to kind of show up when you have your starting corner and Lattimore out going. So you got your basically your number two and your number three corner going against their starting, receivers and Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. But a lot of people, just to let y'all know, a lot of people were mad last week because we lost. I was at the game live, and there were some things that I seen that
I was like, damn, like people are gonna be negative about this and that, but people got to realize there's some positive things that I seen from the last game that people wasn't noticing. Like, yes, we got into the red zone a lot. Yes, we got it over there into the thing, and we could not score a touchdown, but we were scoring a lot of field goals. But guess what? The reason why we wasn't in the end zone scoring is because your playmakers, your starting receiver, and Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, and Jarvis Landry all were out last game. And guess what? Those are the people you need to get that ball into the end zone. Like, yes, the plays we had got us down the field, but you know that they wasn't capable of getting us into the end zone. So when you have a guy like Michael Thomas, you got to do like Jarvis Landry, you have to do like Chris Olave, who are big playmakers. Those are the ones you need to score in the red zone. And also, I do want to give a shout out to Rashid Shaheed. Last game, Rashid Shaheed, man, he started his first game because it looks like Deontay Hood is going to be out for the season, most likely, because of his toe injury. And Rashid Shaheed did good, I think, on special teams and on offense with us. I love the jet sweep play that they ran with him, ran it back for 44 yards for a touchdown. Um, but the only thing that kind of pissed me off is that that play worked so good, and you never did call that man's number ever again to do like another, trickery play with him or something like that. Which was a little shocking. Like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you give the ball into the playmaker's hand? Rasisa, he did good. Taysom Hill was doing good in that game too, and you just didn't really look for him at the end of the game when you needed him the most. Um, so we need to see a little bit more better play calling this week too. Put it in the playmaker's hands. But the only good thing about this game is that you are getting a Chris Olave back. So you are getting a playmaker back at receiver. But like I said, no Michael Thomas and no Jarvis again as they continue to rest and heal because we definitely need a healthy team. Now, talking about the quarterbacks this week, they saying they never named the starter yet. It can be Andy Dalton, it can be Jameis, it can be Tate. You don't know who the heck's starting. But to be honest with you, I heard from Dennis Allen the other day, and he literally said it out of his mouth saying Jameis is not 100% healthy yet, and they want to make sure he's 100, right? Well, if that's the case, then Andy Dalton must be the starter tonight because you said you want Jameis to be 100%, and you just said the other day he was not 100. So there's no way you're just saying he's 100 now to play tonight. So most likely, Andy Dalton's going to be your starter. Jameis probably going to be your emergency quarterback again tonight. Um, all I can say is just say the same thing that we see from the movie The Blind Side. If anybody's seen the Blind Side movie, you remember what the mom would say. Calls him, run the damn ball. Yes, that's what we need to do tonight. We need to run the damn ball because I don't know what it is, but if you look at our stats the last 2 weeks, we rushed over for 200 yards every game so far. So why not run the ball? Because that is what we are really dominant at. And once you run the ball so much, it's easily going to open up more passes and more, it's going to help out Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston, whoever's at the quarterback. That's going to help them out tremendously. So, O line, keep it up. Keep blocking great. Keep getting the run games going. Feed Kamara. Feed Taysom Hill the ball. Feed Chris Olave. Please get Rashid Shaheed up. Put him in there a little bit. Get all these playmakers the ball. And if I had to guess a prediction for y'all, I can say the Saints can win this one. Because we do have us a playmaker in Chris Olave now to help us out. Um, and the run game's been, oh my lord, the run game's just been outstanding. Over 200 rushing yards last 2 games. So if we keep that up, I really do see us fixing our mistakes from last week where we couldn't, put it in the red zone. I feel like we can do it now since we got some other playmakers on the field again now. And I feel like they're gonna put it in the playmakers' hands this week too of Taysom Hill and Kamara. I think they're gonna be smarter now and actually call the right plays that we need to run. So I can see the Saints winning, but I don't see them being a big, high-scoring game. If you wanted to ask me what my score would be, I say the Saints win 27-24 in a very close game. Will Lutz hitting the field goal for us to win. That'll be my prediction. Um, and by the way, don't forget this is DeAndre Hopkins' first game back since he was suspended. So they get D Hop back on the other side. So they get their star receiver. So it's gonna be a fun game to watch tonight. And another reason why I say it's fun too is just because of Kyler Murray, right? Kyler Murray is that scrambling quarterback that the Saints always have a trouble against. So we need to keep him contained in that damn pocket and make sure he stays in there. That's what we need to see. So I did put the link in there. I pinned it. I said I pinned it. I did not pin it to the top. Hold on, y'all. Let me pin that link to the top. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat for y'all for anybody that wants to hop on. We'll chat away and talk to about probably 6:30. So we got about an hour and a half to talk some football, talk about the Bengals game, talk about this Arizona game tonight, and then about 6:30 we'll end it and get back on a new podcast for tonight at 6:45, which will be the watch party for the game tonight. So hopefully everybody stays tuned tonight and actually stay here for the watch party with us. I think it'll be fun. And usually I allow everybody on my watch party. By the way, I usually do, and we usually just talk it out. But the last few times I did a watch party, it seems like everybody's TV is not on the same thing, and people just ruin the game. So I'm probably not gonna have that many people. If I did bring somebody, it'd probably just be one or two people on, because and I'm gonna ask y'all to mute y'all mic while we watching the game, for nobody's TVs ruining their gameplay on my side. But let's bring the first few people on. So first, we got my boy, CT Crusher, man. How you doing, CT?
Jubin! We screaming black and gold until that's what my ball was happening.
Sir, man.
It's good. How is
Nothing
it?
much.
How is things?
It's going good, man. Just a lot of
Yes,
work.
sir. Working. Yes, sir. It's been a minute. I just got a new phone, and I got on this iPad, so man, I'm gonna be using this iPad, man. I'm gonna come holler at y'all now. It's gonna be more consistent because I got this. You feel me? You
Yes, sir.
feeling me? What's up, though? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? I know it's been a while. It's been it's been a spell, bro. Ebbs and flows in life, but you know what I'm saying? I'm back, baby. We gotta get this together tonight. You see that? You see that right there?
Heck yeah, we do. We definitely do.
TikTok, carrying cross. It's do or die for black and gold tonight. We gotta maintain a pocket. We gotta make sure we get interior pass rush so it can allow our defensive ends to solidify our pocket and not let him seal out. That's what's really been the issue for me with our pass rush. It's not been the edges. It's been that interior, almost like how people used to play Drew Brees. You have to pass rush him in front of him because of his height, and you have to allow your defensive ends to make their move. And we've actually been making the pressure, but I don't think we've been getting the sacks and solidifying the sacks because of that. It's the interior rush not holding up, and it's leaking out. And it's just making everything in the line has to function in that symmetry. And when you have to develop that pocket and have that good technique, and I haven't been seeing that good technique interiorly. I've been seeing the same with our defensive ends. The stats not there, the numbers not there. It's because it's Shy Tuttle and Dow and Roach. They have to step up. They have to play better. We have to get that to the point to where we used to be with Onion and having that rush and that defense, that one shade, that three shade, knowing that they're gonna solidify in there. Them big guys doing their thing. It's been very leaky this year. Our tackling, our PFF grades is low in tackling. Everybody, it's not a good tackler. I mean, Pete Werner and Demario Davis, but other than that, it's like we really lack tackling in situational football. Our third down it's been up and down. I think our pass rush has been holding up, but I think the cadence and the timing been off, and I think that's been for Jameis and for Andy. The timing and the rhythm of the offense has been very fickle and off the play calling. Rashid, I love the creativity. We need more creativity. I know it's probably one of those things where it's like, I ain't going to show you this yet because I know what we got. And I totally get that because you see that all the time in the NFL. But we have to offensively create some problems. We can't go on the field offensively and the defense kind of know what we got going on. Because it don't matter. They're so studied up. It's when we shock them with Taysom, and when we can do one game that it is Taysom that's surprising, that dark horse. But once he gets that notoriety and the attention goes back to him, the next week you have to change that up. That doesn't mean it was a revelation. It's going to be a revelation for your offense every game. You can't rely on that. We used to rely on the creativity intertwined with the athleticism, intertwined with Drew Brees, his time and his effort. But we don't have that now. Our execution is off. You know, we holding the ball too long. We unsure of things. And defensively, we have not been tackling. We have not been tackling. The only good thing about our defense is we averaging around 45.8. I think in the red zone, we the number one red zone defense in the league. So you have to look at that and see that we're making some type of moves and efforts, and we there when we need to be. But as long as we keep allowing the big chunks and the yardage downfield and not being focused and not communicating, Badger and May and Adebo, you know, when Laddie get back, I think Laddie's been the only positive thing down the field. You know, so it is what it is. You know, to me, it's a microcosm of this season how we've been playing, because I didn't think we needed to let go of who we let go, and we did, and we made that decision. And once you make decisions in life, you literally gotta hold them up. You see Chauncey getting game balls on Sunday night. You see they tackling. You see how dope and how excited, exuberant, and ferocious their defense is because of that swagger. And we decided to let that go, but we got to live with it. But I feel like our tackling has not been there. We have. I don't see sure tackling. I don't see Marcus Williams tackling it. I don't see that like we seen it last year, like we seen it the year before. We just not very confident. You know, we have a couple good plays when we need to have them. You know, but we're just not a very confident defense. You know, we just don't play together like I thought we should. And you know, I just kind of, it's a mess, dude. It's like I think last year how it was, the same thing this year. It's not just one thing. It's not an offensive line, a wide receiver, a quarterback, a coach. It's all of them, an amalgamation of problems. This is amalgamated. This ain't one thing. This is intertwined and compiled on injuries and timing and chemistry and effort and offensive line not holding up. It relies on everything. And once you have one of those factors that's offset, you're not going to play well, period. Period. I don't care who you have in your team. He can be a spark, a superstar, a fantasy league. He can do all that. Cool. But football is not 1-1, not 1v1. You understand what I'm saying? It's like clicking on switches on a jet. You got to click them and make sure everything good, right? You call a play. Click, you know, offensive line. Click, communicate it, pick up the blitz. Click. If one of those clicks are off, if one of them things are faulty, your offense is not going to produce rhythm. You're not going to stay on the field. You might be a good red zone team, but guess what? That's because you have games to where you having touchdowns. Last game, we relied on field goals. So it's the volume of the times we getting in the red zone also. We was number 2 last week. We went to number 18. We went to number 18 red zone offense, like a 38% in one game. You understand what I'm saying? We was like 5th. We was 5th in red zone. It's crazy how that happens. And we have to finish drives, okay? Do what you have to do to finish drives. I don't know. I'm not sure of the decision-making. That's what concerns me with our team right now. It's the decision-making. It's the brain. It's one of those things to where I know football, and I know when a brain is working, and I know when it's functioning, and I don't see that on my team no more. I don't. Mm-hmm. I see this going that way, this going that way, attention span over here. They thinking about it. Does some catch their attention, and we over there, we here, we there, we all over the place. We got too much money on this team. We got too much. We sat and looked at our depth chart and our roster before the season started and looked at it like a lovely day. They all hurt. For what? Because we putting one person over everybody. And football don't play like that. This ain't wrestling. They gonna show up deep. And when we not deep, you see it. And we see it. We definitely see it. It's not the same football team. And I don't know what Dennis Allen got to do, but he better get his shit together quick. Quick. Because that's what we used to. Okay? It don't look like nobody that got everything working. Every time I see Dennis Allen talking, I know he's thinking. And he getting overwhelmed with questions. And he getting big-eyed. And he getting frustrated. That shows, man. Hey, if you know football, bro, you see it. You see it. And it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing, you know? So
Yep.
I mean I ain't mean to bogart, but I'm saying I haven't talked to y'all in a long time. Hopefully we got a good game tonight. You feel what I'm saying? Because Thursday night's been every game. Hope this game we got some plays going on. We got something good happening, right? Jesus. These Thursday night games been like going watch bingo at the DFW or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't care about what's going on. Shit. Jesus. Amazon, y'all gotta do better. I don't like these Amazon games. I don't like their theme music. I don't. What the fuck? What? Who you think you is? CBS? You're not. You're Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Get your shit together, man. Shit. I'm just not liking this season. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
I love y'all, bro. I love y'all so much. I've been so in depth with what I'm thinking because this season has really pissed me off. You feel what I'm saying? It pisses me off. This season pissed me off. I don't like people on the sideline hurts.
Yep, we don't.
You know what I don't like? You know what I really, really don't like? Because I'm a lineman? Is fucking turf toe injuries. You know how they cause that, bro? Cleats. You can't put on the right cleats? You a professional? Now your toe all fucked up and bruised and coming off and rotted? That's basic. My offensive line coach used to go living over there. You trying to look better? You think that's some cool cleats? Put your fucking cleats on that. That's the big man cleat that don't have a little squiggly design on the side. You ain't gotta be fresh. Be efficient. And we're not right now. We are not an efficient football team right now. None of them switches are on. And I see it, and I don't like what's going on. And it better change quick. Because I tell you what, it's not for long in this league. And we see the insufficiencies we have. We need a galvanizer. We need a team leader. It's too many personalities that's going haywire right now. And I don't like that because I ain't never seen that on my team. But yeah, bro.
I feel you. We got a lot of things that needs to be clean. We got a lot of things that needs to be cleaned up, you know. But I mean, you look at the bright side from the last game because I was there live at the game, and I was like, "Damn!" I said that offense is actually moving the ball down the field. But like once you get to the red zone, and then once you get to the red zone, we couldn't do nothing. And then that's what happens when you don't have your playmakers. When you lose your playmakers, that's the one that gonna make the plays. So I said,
but you know what? We lost playmakers before, but we still had the efficiency, bro. That's what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, we lost that too. I feel like
all of the IQ and the offensive paralysis that we had on that side of the field that covered that a lot of the times. Yeah. That overshadowed the things that we lack. That overshadowed the things that we can't move with. You know what I'm saying? Because creativity, man. Get creative, man. Okay? You the 18th offense, 27 offense, something like what would be the 27 or 18 offense in the league right now? Get it together, bro. Okay? Get it together. We have to get this right. We have to get this right because this is do or die tonight. I promise you. It's the half of the just like that. Pow. It's almost the half of the season. Just like that. Pow.
Yep. But
just like
Mr. Carson, we're about to bring on Mr. Brother Prom, who's next. You know, wanting to hop on. So let's bring on Brother Prom.
Yes.
What's up, Brother Prom?
Oh, I'm doing beautiful, brothers. Y'all doing good today?
Yeah, we're doing good over here.
Well, I'm just going to say, being a Saints fan since 1970 something, I know everybody's upset. I'm upset too. This with his team, we have spent all this money on people, but I'm about to say some things some people might get upset about, and I'm gonna start with the biggest one. It might be time. It might be time for us to get rid of Mike because how many of us could be on a job making the money he make and only work for what? Say you got hired to work somewhere for a year, making $200,000. You only work for 2 months.
I get that.
And I see all these rumors about the trade and trading away Cameron Jordan. No, don't do that. Don't get rid of Callaway either. That'd be stupid. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the
who we got? Kevin White. Okay, Mark,
Then no, no, no,
Marquez.
no. They gonna get
Come
no,
on in, Kevin.
no.
Hey, bye, Marquez.
Nah,
Look,
they gonna
it's
get
been
rid. They gonna get
swell.
rid of Kevin. They
Come
gonna
on
give
here,
Kevin.
baby.
They gonna
You
get
got
rid of
one more
Kevin
chance, baby.
because
Come on.
to me, with Olavi, Callaway, and Rashid Shaheed, that's a good trio of wide receivers for the future. That really
It
is.
could be.
And I want to see them win tonight. But if they don't win, I hope people don't think that okay, Winston is better. He gonna work miracles. No, that's not fair. That wouldn't be fair to Winston. If we go what 2-5, that would not be fair
I
to him
mean,
to think he'll get us out of a
if
hole.
people saying that, it's just because the absence of Jameis is allowing them to romanticize the relationship again. Look, I love Jameis to death, but it's that romanticizing him and putting him as a novelty and waiting on him to get right. Not people don't do that in life, bro. And we're not expected to do that to him. We needed Jameis. We need Jameis to get it together. Okay,
I agree. Look, I
Jameis
agree with you.
healthy. Jameis healthy. Jameis healthy, thinking about the football game and really, like, he said it in press early in the season about, he's not worried about the injury, he only worried about execution. Well, bruh, if you injured, you're not worried about executing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I love James. I think the young brother got a lot of talent, and all these people that's coming out the woodwork speaking out against him. Compare him this year to last year when he was healthy and he was playing real good, and he had a good
That's
coach.
Geno Smith this year.
Yep, exactly. And not only that, the way I look at it is, if we do go 2-5, that should be a big sign right there that Dennis not really a head coach. He should have stayed as a coordinator. And I don't know about y'all, but I get some sinking feelings about the way that Peyton left this team. Because if you look at it, we still talking about Davenport and the other and Peyton Turner, who we gave up two
Mm-hmm.
number 1 draft choices, if I'm not mistaken, almost back to back years to
Right.
draft them. And they're not even living up to the hype. So that's
And
wasted draft picks right there.
and you know why? Because I think a lot of that we don't look at as a we look at it collectively as compiled things, not just one thing. We look at it as a whole, as multiple things as one, because it's the injury. Then sometimes it's the other player. Then it's a penalty. It's not just okay. We should be good and see what we got, and
And
it
I
hasn't been like that all year.
and I
I
agree
I
with you.
think I think Marcus. I think the edge rushers would play a hell of a lot better if our interior rushers would
Yeah.
do their damn job and
I
keep
look.
their technique.
Yep, and I agree with you on that
Stop getting
because
pushed off the line and making our defensive lines have to work harder to get to somebody. Because look what Joe did us, right? Joe ran a 20-yard touchdown right through the middle of the pocket.
nobody was there. And
You
there
know,
probably was some holding on there, but I'm not gonna even go there. But
I mean,
I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this.
we're not used to that.
As far as
I
the
don't.
defense is concerned, it's not just a Saints problem. I've been looking at football, like I said, since the 70s when I was a little kid, and I've noticed over the last 30 years or so, a lot of these cornerbacks don't do the fundamentals anymore of tackling. They either tackle too high, or they want to go for the knock me out shot, or they don't wrap them
Yeah,
up.
and they always
Wrap them
rely
up.
on
Wrap them up and wait till
always thinking
everybody to get
about
there.
who umpiring the game and who's refing them, and if this gonna get called as a penalty or that gonna get called as a penalty, and like it. So yeah, it's not just the Saints, it's football. I think Tom Brady, which we need to talk about Tom. Uncle Tom looking kind of crazy these days. Look, I seen Tom Brady the other day, bro. That man cheekbones. That man looked like Scar to me, literally, like literally dark cheek. I don't know what's going on with Tom. I know, he didn't split ties and everything. But I'm getting off subject. But he said I see a lot of bad football. He said that the other day in one of his press conferences, and I kind of agree with him though, because I see the same thing. Like you look at the games this year, you look offensively, we don't really see a lot of rhythm this year.
No,
I
we
see
don't.
I see the Vikings as one of those teams, the Bills as one of those teams. I mean, I'm really thinking. Early on it was the Dolphins. You see teams that can really dominate on offense and really have that chemistry together and really have that play. The Eagles definitely. But as a whole, you don't really see that, man. I see a lot of gaps in a lot of teams. Look at where we at, but still got a chance to win a division. We
Right.
just a game back after all of this.
You
But
see,
that's why we're
we
not
hold
even worried about the division, right? That's why we're
right.
not even worried about it because we see such bad football that it don't matter if we win a damn division. It don't matter if they lose it. It's
I'm gonna tell
almost
you.
like Denver this year. It's like the fans of Denver, early on they so hyped and so overexcited about what they got. Let's ride and all this. And they see what they got. And at this point, I see a lot of fans and I see Nathaniel Hackett as one of those like, okay, y'all might get a touchdown this drive, but y'all still talk way too fucking much. Like yeah, it's still like an L for y'all. I don't care what y'all do from now on. So I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of bad football too, and I've seen the refs, stymie offensive drives with their calls, and you know, it's just it's one of those years where I don't see a lot of things that's. I mean, if you it's like fantasy can kind of tell an offense from where they at from your wide receiver one and your quarterback and your tight end, and like I got Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews and Stephon Diggs. I got 820 points already this fantasy year. Like, but if you don't have those guys that's like sure doing their thing, and that shows the offensively. That shows off of every team, dysfunction and people not on the same page and running gaps closing. And I mean, it's so I kind of understand what he's saying, but it's not about expecting us to be a dominating team. I just expected us to have those fundamentals like we've always had, and I don't
Right.
see more. And
Well,
it's
I'm
a
a
me.
Well, I'm gonna say this on those points. As far as the team is concerned, I look at it this way: everybody got enamored when we got all these receivers, and we didn't know what our identity was. And that goes to coaching. Because even though if you notice, even before we started running the ball for over 200 yards the last two games, even in those earlier games, we was running the ball better. I noticed after the first game that after the Atlanta game that the offensive line are better at run blocking. Nobody has said anything bad about Cesar Ruiz because that's what he was known for, run blocking. I don't know why it took them so long. I don't know why they kept, and I know Hoodie done said this before. I don't know why they kept Jameis on the field for so long because
Me too.
Jameis got his back hurt in that Atlanta game because if you remember in that third quarter he was flipped over backwards and while he was basically flipped over backwards. His head was on the ground and his behind was in the air. You had about three or four Atlanta defensive players that was on top of him. And I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, Lord, I hope he didn't
Then
do any real damage.
I,
But
I agree. And I thought the same thing, especially knowing that going into the season they was talking about a foot injury and knowing how footwork and the ankle with a quarterback, especially a big guy like Jameis is, that's a lot going on trying to move, get your feet worked down. That shit probably hurt like a motherfucker. Excuse my language. And when you have those type of injuries, you start to overcompensate and do things on
that's
other
what he was
parts of
doing.
your body where it's just pressing way too hard. And of course it's gonna break down. And of course so yeah, it upset me that the relationship between Dennis and Jameis is not one of those eye to eye things. And I just never seen that. And I hate seeing that. My quarterback should not be on the field right now. We need somebody that's not thinking about how hurt they are, just thinking about distributing the
Right,
ball, keeping
right,
efficiency on their
right.
mind. And we obviously didn't see that with Jameis early on because I think it was just him thinking about injury.
Why you
You
didn't get my thing is why you didn't give Jameis the same running game that we've been having the last two or three games? Because he's real good at play action.
right, but
Real
but
good at play action.
very good at it, and I want to see him back on the team. I want to see him healthy. That what we had last season before he got injured, to where he was so efficient with the ball. He's not. You see so many plays this season to where it's obviously a brain fart going on. They get
Right.
to the line, you see all eight, or you see some green dogs or some A gap blitzes, and you don't have no audible. You don't have nothing to say. You just gonna hike the ball and let the nickel come get you, right? Okay,
Well,
all
you
right,
see, you
cool.
see, you see
Stupid,
when he got his
stupid
back
football.
hurt in that Atlanta game. If you go back to that Atlanta game and they did after he threw that second the first touchdown to Michael Thomas and they did a close up on him, you could see it in his eyes. They shot him up with a whole lot of shit. to get
Man,
past the
I've been
pain,
seeing
and that
it.
adrenaline was kicking in. But now you
Yeah,
see the adrenaline started going down the last two games that he played in.
yeah,
Because I'm gonna tell you, I want to see the brother do good, but his health is more important because
right. And
he
I
could
didn't,
fool
and I
around and
know,
be paralyzed.
and I don't want him pressing like that. Like, and you know, I hate to be selfish because of course I'm worried about Jameis. You know, I'm an off the field fan of Jameis Winston. I like who he's become. But shit, dude, if you hurt, get off my team.
Yeah,
I don't mean look. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say not get off my team. Get off of my field. Get out of the game.
right.
I don't want to see you hurt.
They're not
Look at
they're
what
not
Baker.
doing him right.
Look what Baker did last year. He probably ain't got no job coming up. Look what he
Oh,
did.
oh,
He wanted to take that pride and stay on the field, all that bullshit, and only made shit 10 times worse for him and his football team. So Jameis
right,
should have known that, and I thought we had more integrity and more intelligence, you know, comprehensively to understand these situations, to not be in them, to not do it.
right.
You know, like stop pressing so hard and gaslighting and patronizing and euphemizing and saying you feel better and this and that, and you're not feeling well. Like, get to the point to where you thinking about what you got to do to win. Period.
Right, right,
It's week
right.
7. We don't need nothing else but you on the field thinking about how we can come get a W. Not your back, not your foot, not your sore, not your neck, not your body, none of that.
And you see last in that game on Sunday against Cincinnati, when the Red Rifle missed that pass to Rashid Deep. You see
Do it outside, yeah.
when Winston was playing quarterback, I noticed Winston when he was healthy last year and
Yeah.
before he got hurt this year, he would basically
That's
notice
it.
the reaction of the receiver. Because I'm gonna
No,
tell
that's
you,
it.
if that was a healthy James would have seen Rashid going inside and he would have threw the ball right where it needed to be. Because to be honest with you, Taysom Hill, who throws a deep punt for a bomb, and the Red Rifle, they're not too good when it's coming to throw anything over 20 or 25 yards or
Yeah,
to
I
either
mean,
side.
we went from top 5 in those low percentage plays in the league to like I mean we didn't dropped out so far because we just wasn't there. That's what Jameis was trying to do early on, way more than he was trying to be efficient. You know, and this is before it even come out about his back hurting, which we kind of knew he inferred it, and we knew it. We had inclinations of injuries, but it never was said. You feel what I'm saying?
I
And we
feel what
knew
you're
that
saying.
going into the season that his foot was hurting, or his ankle, or his metatarsals, or his toes, or his big toe, or whatever was going on with him. So it's like, you know, he holding on to the ball way too long. He trying to do the greatest thing in the world every play instead of just moving the ball. He trying to risk it. He it's like that. I don't understand. Like it, like when you hurt, you mentally fatigued, and you
Now,
almost just want to just, you know, not thinking about the patience, not thinking about the journey. You think
now,
about the
Crusher, I got a
destination,
question for you.
and that's what happened to offense. Stop
I
thinking
got a
about
question
destination
for
on
you.
your journey. Shit,
I
for
got a
real.
question for you. Now, I want you and Hoodie to think about the last time y'all had a real sore back from working out when you were young, lifting weights or whatever
Mm-hmm.
on your job, and how it really affect you being able to get out. Just imagine having 4 broken vertebrae in your lower back and
Yeah,
have to
and
deal
acting
with
like it's
that.
nothing.
Because your lower back, your vertebrae
Man,
on
it's
your lower
everything.
back, that controls the twisting of your hip
Man,
motion. And if you notice, Jameis used to do that before every game last year. He used to do. They always tease Jameis about everything he does, but everything he does made sense if you go back and look at it. The twisted motion and the hip, and he talking about when he
right,
after the Atlanta game when he was talking about his whole body's hurting. He was teasing
right.
it for that. The man whole body was hurting. So stop it.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
been
can't
yeah,
imagine. I just can't imagine the level of hate that they have for this guy. So what if he stole crab legs? So what if he threw 30?
yeah. But see, Pop,
Even
that's what
what's his
I'm saying.
name? Manning
I
threw a
don't
lot
know.
of picks.
I
Even
man,
Brett Favre
I
threw a
love
shit lot of picks.
and I love what you're saying because like I said off the field, I'm a Jameis Winston fan. But they're trying to inspire people to understand what he's been against. That bullshit over, Prime. We the Saints. We
Exactly.
with Jamie. We with Jamie Dub on the field, off the field. He got our respect. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit that we thinking holding him back from people, what we saying, man, look, F all that trash. It's
Well, I'm
time
gonna
for
tell you,
Jameis to show up. And it's time for him to get right, not to be apologist for him
right.
for the rest of his career. You feel what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'm gonna
Because
say this to
Jameis
you.
gotta show up, man.
I'm gonna say
We
this to
got too
you.
much money on this team.
I
We
know
got too much going on for
we're
us
gonna have to
be
get rid of some of that dead
Super Bowl.
weight. But I'm gonna tell you this much: they need to
I
give
don't understand.
they need to give Jameis Winston the same treatment they
And
gave
who they right?
they gave Breeze when Breeze was hurt and Teddy took over for 5 games and went 5-0. So, what game would this be? With this be what game number 3
But
with
that's what I'm
Jameis out?
saying. It's like even you
It'll
see
be
it.
game 5. I mean game 4 without him.
It'd be game
Right.
number
Yeah.
4.
Yep,
Yeah.
game 4.
4.
So he might be able to play the next game because they got 10 days in between the next game. They got
Well,
10
I
games.
think this. I'm gonna be honest with you. As far as I see in the NFC South, outside of Atlanta getting a spark, we can win the NFC South. I think what we need to be concerned about is week to week winning games and not who can play next, who's up, who's healthy, who's not, because that's not what we used to. That's not winning football. We gotta understand that whoever we got on the field, they have to make the right plays. They have to do the right thing and not shit the bed. Not they can mess it up. Shit, beds get messed up, but don't come on my bed shitting it. Shit, you can ruffle my covers. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can put my pillowcase off my pillow, but you can't piss and shit in my bed. It don't matter who you are, and I don't care who on the field. We gotta be more efficient than that, man. And I'm not seeing it. Just like Brother Prime was pointing out to how we've had these times where these variables was interchangeable with our players, but we still had efficiency, and we obviously see that has dipped, and that creativity offensively and that IQ has just dipped. And our situational football and plays that we run in these different situations we in is just the lack of it. The lack of creativity is glaring. You know, it's glaring to me.
Hey, Crusher, can you see this comment that I got posted, or you can't really see
Yeah,
it?
no, I was
I got it.
reading
I can
it
see it.
a minute ago. Yeah, and
Oh, gotcha.
that's our bread and butter. But when we have that, we have to get to the point to where we running the ball so efficient that makes a difference. We have to get to the point where our wide receivers are blocking down the field and running proper routes to where this is working. And also Jameis not being in the pocket, taking forever to get in his right technique to get the ball out efficiently. Not him
Bro,
going back
when you're
there
dealing
and
with
taking his time to get his feet set so much and his hips turned around. It's like it doesn't happen as quick. Pow, cool.
right,
Let's see what
he don't have
it's
that
like
he don't have that flexibility no more because of the
Right.
4 broken bones in the lower back. You don't have
Right,
that.
man. Right, and you gotta do something with that, bro. So
let him. I'm just hoping that
it
we
is what
win.
it
I'm
is.
just hoping that we win tonight. I'm not going to even predict the score, fam. I just want us to win tonight. So if Dalton has to play one more game to make it a total of 5 games,
Yeah.
he should really be. Hopefully that happens. Because who we play next? We play Oakland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oakland. What is Oakland record right now? They're not setting the world on
Right.
fire, are they? What is their
That's what
record
I'm
right now?
saying. You know, the
Oakland, I think they
AFC
won.
West.
Are they
The
1-5?
AFC West has been AFC less. The AFC West has been AFC stressed. That's what the AFC West been.
So if they're 1-5, so Dalton, look, they got to keep Dalton in his capabilities. Don't give him too many deep passes. Look, use Taysom. Taysom, I know we tried the Taysom experiment, but Taysom, the way they use him, that's what he is.
Right.
That's what he is.
Dude, I mean, Taysom to me is one of those things to where all the conditions of the game have to line up right and align right for him to be that spark and to be that mismatch. But once he gets that notoriety, that's it. That's all. So
Raiders are 1-4
yeah, they had a bye. I think they had their bye
last week. Yeah.
last week. Yeah. So
Yeah, so they 1-4. I mean, they only won 1 game so far.
it's a lot of teams like that. It's a lot of teams that I thought was gonna be proper offenses and proper scout teams. They're just not there.
Yeah.
We got teams like the Giants. That's one team I thought But the Giants and
Yeah.
the
Hey,
Jets,
I got a
shocked
question
me.
for you though. I got a question for you though, Crusher, and see if you kind of maybe see the same thing. So this is how I'm looking at the season so far. So I'm like, yeah, I'm disappointed because we're 2-4 right now. But then I'll look at the other stuff and be like, okay, we finally got a rhythm. We finally know we are run team first right now.
Yeah.
Especially with the injuries. And I said, okay, now we getting down the field. We getting into field goal range. We almost there into the end zones on most of them, but then we failed to play because we just don't have the playmakers to do it. And I said, okay, so once we get our playmaker
And
backs,
the
I think
penalty,
we're gonna be in the end zones in there a little bit better,
yeah.
right? But
But
you saw last game, we
even
didn't fumble either, right? We didn't fumble, no turnovers. I
right.
said, okay, good, we didn't get no turnovers. So you're looking at everything coming into place, but then I look at the season and I'm looking at all these records. I'm like, everybody's 2-4, everybody's 3-3. I mean,
That,
besides these few teams, and I'm like. I don't even think it's time to trip yet. Like everybody's tripping still, and I'm
no,
thinking like
no.
I'm like this whole
If
season's
we was
messed
in
up.
a if we was in a different division or like the NFC East or something, then hell yeah. But outside of what they got going on, of course we like I said, bro. We got a team that just lost to the Steelers by 2 points. We got a team that in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that's really not it. They not him. We not him neither. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
they not him neither. Shit. People can, say what they want, but they not him as well. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a lot of teams like that you just don't see the creativity, you don't see them moving the ball, you don't see the efficiency. Outside of the Seahawks, outside of the Giants, it's just one of those things. You can see a hell of a lot of players. Green Bay is another team. Sorry, man. But outside of those teams, it's not a lot of efficiency, man. So yeah, we're a game back, and we could get a couple things together and be right in the mix.
We
What's up,
just
man?
we just need to keep it simple. That's all we need to do. Keep it simple.
Yep.
Just keep it simple. Just run the daggone ball. Run every single quarterback. Run every running back you have. Run Taysom a lot. Just run, 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 run,
You're
run,
on
run,
mute,
run,
Megan.
run.
And I hate that you see the how Andrews, because Andrews
You're
has
on mute.
been well in the run blocking, and I think right now, the Arizona Cardinals, they haven't really been a good run stopping team at all
Geno
this year.
Smith.
And they've given up a lot of yards down the field as well. So they one of those defenses that's not really playing as well as they should. So of course we could get into a rhythm right fast and get on
Hey,
top right
Crusher.
fast and run the ball and stabilize the game. But if we don't come out with that spark and get ahead and we struggling offensively early, it kind of can it's a telltale sign
Hey,
of how we'll do late in the game. So
hey, Crusher and Prom. I got a question for y'all too.
What?
All right, so I don't know. Maybe
we
I'm the
see we
only.
see
Maybe
Gino up there.
hold
We
on.
appreciate him.
Am I the
But
only
look,
one? Am I the only one that sees this? Maybe I'm the only one. But when you play in a team that's healthy and your team that's basically broken apart right now, injured so bad, and you still almost beat this team, and then you just get pissed off and saying this player's got to go. We need to trade this person. We need to get rid of this person. Don't you think people are just overreacting a little bit? Because like,
and I haven't, and I'm
how do
gonna
you look
be
at the
honest
team?
with you.
Like, I
I
got to see the
haven't,
team
I
fully
haven't
healthy.
really been hearing, I haven't really been hearing anything about how people wanting
I
to
agree
trade
with you.
people and stuff.
Yeah, I
I,
haven't been.
I haven't really been paying attention to it, even if it's been that. I kind of get what Brother Prime saying because the production with Mike and what we paying him, just moving forward, it just doesn't work out that way. Mike has to step up and earn that paycheck because that's a lot of money that we got allotted to this
Tied
man.
up. Oh, is it?
So
Now, I agree with you saying, Hoodie, and I only brought it up, Mike, because of that reason, because of we not getting a big return. Now, Hoodie, I don't know if you renting a house or you have your own house or you live in an apartment, but if you had a landlord, will your landlord continue letting you live in that apartment without paying?
No.
No,
that's
no.
that's what it come down to. Like Mike can't be on the field, especially with what we don't know about his foot injury. Don't know about if it's a foot, if it's a turf toe, if it's something torn. Like it's very vague. It's just very upsetting to me, man. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit upsets me.
Yeah,
It make me
I'm gonna
like
tell you.
it's like I gotta step away from you. I gotta pray for you. I gotta step away from you, because I'm stressing out.
Well, I'm
You
gonna tell you.
stressing me out. You ain't gonna
I'm
do
gonna,
that
I'm gonna tell you this also. My next question is, I thought we wasn't gonna have these problems when we got this new specialist in training from University of Tennessee. I thought we wasn't gonna have these problems no more.
Hey, he was like fucking Doctor Strange before the season started. Man, he's done this and he's got this going on. And he's calling spells and getting people through portals and shit. He's just an awesome doctor. He's got 85% this and that. Okay, Matt. Okay, Matt Bria. What's his name? Matt Bria. Whatever. Get your shit together, bruh. Jarvis needs, but we see Jameis on that deep end that we threw was very late to that ball that was thrown at Jarvis that got him hurt. He had
Yeah.
to reach back and he hurt his foot or his leg, whatever he did, because that football was not in front of him and it was not on time because Jameis was in the pocket taking way too long to get into his technique and read the field.
Yeah, because he don't have that flexibility. When you don't have that flexibility, man.
He need to go get it. He need to go get it.
Where they
He
need to
do
let
Shawn
it.
Michaels
He don't need to.
about
He don't need to
15
play
seconds
tonight.
a day. He needs to do this every day. He needs to do Shawn Michaels every day.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, we win this game tonight. What's his name? Even if Winston don't play against against Oakland.
Oh shit.
What's his name? Dennis Allen should be fired up to play against his former employer.
We gotta play better, man. Like, and then what you was playing earlier, Hoodie, about Dennis when he was talking. I think that was yesterday. I don't like how he's answering people. We not used to that. I don't know if y'all have noticed that, but it's an impatience there, and it's an
He get that from Sean, because I'm gonna tell you right now.
But even at that, I'm not sure. Like, it's not as direct. I'm not sure, man. You just have these hunches and what you think you see in people when you don't see materializing for them. It's just like I haven't really kind of been noticing those things I want to notice from Dennis.
Well,
and
I'm
gonna
bring up these two situations to y'all, and I want both of y'all to comment on y'all. Everybody that's on the panel. Number one, I don't think this two defensive coordinated thing is working.
I'll be right back, y'all.
All right. I don't think that's working out. And also, I just have this funny feeling if the Saints don't win, if the Saints go below 700 this year, we're gonna lose a lot of that coaching staff because Sean Payton was spotted at the San Diego game this weekend. And everybody talking about the Cowboys and this. That's where he's gonna end up. If he comes back to coaching, he's gonna end up in San Diego.
If we don't win tonight, and we become a 2-5 team, I really do think that's the precipice. I really do think that's the point in time where we kind of need to be thinking about what we can get for people, not getting people, not acquiring anything, but what we can get by letting go of assets. Because obviously it's not working, and obviously we're not going to continue going down this road if it's not successful. Period. Any business.
But having said that,
might be time,
Crusher. Having said that, though, I was at the game in Seattle last week, this past Sunday.
Yeah.
If the Seahawks can beat the Cardinals, which we did, yes, you have injuries and you have significant injuries. Granted, my brother's team is the Cards, and let's face it, fellas, you don't have him. But I see you winning this game.
Oh, okay.
I don't see you winning necessarily by 100 million points. We only got them by 10 just. Our defense was far better, but still not good.
So y'all's defense, I would tell you this, Meg, and I got to get out of here because I'm about to go to my little niece cheerleading celebration. But, you guys, y'all's defense got to hold up. Y'all young cornerback been playing well. What's his name? I think he got the most interceptions right now.
What's it like? It's like Tyreek Woolen?
The Avatar.
Y'all's defense gotta play better because you obviously see some efficiency, some high efficiency from Geno, from Lockett. You see that on y'all's team, and I definitely see it. I definitely respect the hell out of what y'all got going on right now, especially when we juxtapose it to Denver. But other than that, y'all, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. we got a lot invested into a lot of other things right now in our football team. And one of those things we're not investing in is production. One of those things we're not investing in is winning. One of those things we're not investing in is thinking and being creative with the football. One of those things we're invested in right now is injury. One of those things we're invested in right now is frustration. One of those things we're invested in right now is offensive lapse. One things we suffering from right now is a lack of chemistry. That's what we have invested in this year. And until we can get invested in getting on the field and using our tools and using our brain and using our coaches and using all that together and sewing and stringing and conductive and putting that all together like we know to put it together in the right recipe, we're not going to be a good football team because we're not deserving to be a good football team. We're not deserving if we're going to give up a play to somebody after we get down there and get the go-ahead field goal. We're not going to deserve to win when we missing tackles, when we taking crazy angles, when we giving up yardage down the field, when we lapse in the back end. So, y'all know what we got to do, bro. Like, we always talk about this for months before the season. We talk about it now. Just not seeing what we talk about. So,
But hey,
I don't think it's. I don't. To be honest, I feel like it's simple stuff. Like if we just can clean up the tackling, and then if we can get people back from being injured, and find a way, and then on offense also find a way to. If you see somebody is having a great game, start adjusting to it, please.
what do
Don't
you
just be
mean?
like.
What do you mean by that, God? Sorry, I'm not following.
What I mean is, if you see Taysom Hill, every time he getting the ball, he's averaging 8 yards a carry. Every time you're looking at Rashid Shaheed, he's getting open, he's down the field. You need to not take those people that are having success in that game out. You need
Yep.
to you need to scheme around the people that they are having trouble with. They're not just. It's not just. Oh, they only got this because they're blown coverage when it keeps on happening.
Right.
My
Exactly.
man averaged 8 yards a carry. That's not a mistake. That's not a blown coverage. That's just him being dominant against that team, and you need to keep them in there.
And it was supposed to be good against the run too.
You know what's weird? When it's one of those things for me. Early on in the game, I can see, okay, shit, this got to be a Taysom game. They're not thinking about stopping Taysom right now. They're thinking about getting home to the quarterback. They're thinking about interior rushing. They're thinking about run defense. They're not thinking about, what's gonna happen down the field. They're not thinking about, the excitement, the low percentage plays, the big play. They're not thinking about that shit, man. They coming out like, oh, it's the Saints. I know what they think they about to do, and we ain't doing it, and it's embarrassing.
But let me ask you this quickly, Crusher.
But it's some games to where you can see what Taysom can do in the game as an adjustment to the defense. But it's early on in the game if we see that's going to happen or not, because we've had games where early on we tried to see, but that team was well developed that week because they seen what he did the week before.
Okay,
And you
I've got a question for you.
because that's what stops them happening.
I've got a question as a Hawks fan for you. You beat us 2 weeks ago.
We did 49-42. I told you we was gonna pluck that little Seahawk out of the sky.
So what the hell happened? That was a far better. Admittedly, I didn't see all of the game. I only saw flashes on the scoreboard at Lumen. What the F happened
that
against
was like us and the Giants a couple years ago?
No, hang on, Crush. My throat.
Let her talk, Crush. Let her talk. Let her talk.
My throat is still very, very sore with smoking from the game. So what radically changed between you beating us and deserving that win?
Y'all's defense.
To getting beaten.
I'll tell you what. Like I said, Megan, it was because we had Taysom Hill dominating the game, and we did a smart thing and made the game around him.
So why didn't you do that last week?
Because Pete Carmichael's a damn idiot. I don't know. A smart person would have done that. A smart person with a fucking brain would have done that. But he's an idiot.
Let him have the floor, y'all. Let him have the floor. Go ahead. Finish doing what you're saying. What you gotta say. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let y'all have the floor. I was trying to say one word, y'all. Defense. The defense is trash. That's it. That's why.
I don't even think it's
That's
that
why we
because
were
their
advised
defense wasn't stopping shit either. So
No, you
No,
gotta look.
but yeah.
Seattle. I love Megs to death. That's why I'm gonna tell you the truth. But the Seattle Seahawks has one of the worst defenses
It
in the
does.
league.
yeah,
So
statistically, but guess what?
everybody
I'm
doing
not
it.
talking. You talking about stat sheets? I'm
One
not
at a
talking
time,
about that.
people.
I'm
One at a
talking about
time.
when in that game, that Bengals defense was not doing nothing crazy. We could have
that's
marched
what
down
I'm
the
saying.
field against them.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's not because of y'all. Oh,
But
y'all
we did
defense was
march down the field.
astronomically
We just had
worse.
to rely on
It was
field goals.
because we didn't scheme. We didn't scheme
No,
around the
that's my
people that were
point.
doing
God,
good.
that's what I'm
Give
saying.
him, hey, slow down. Give him another minute, and then Megan you, and then you crush it.
No, that's all. I just saying. Like we just
Yeah.
that we schemed around. It's not like the Bengals were like, oh my god, good defense. No, that fucking defense was trash. If we had Chris Olave, we would have won that game. Like their defense
Oh
was
yeah.
not doing nothing special. Let's be
Right.
honest.
Right.
But the
No.
thing is, the difference between that game and the Seahawks game is Pete Carmichael actually had a fucking brain and schemed around the dude who was being a playmaker. He didn't do this week, and he himself after the damn game, like a fucking Dumbo, he said, "Well, actually, he got asked, oh man, what happened with Taysom Hill and Rashid Shaheed? Oh, I just need to figure out a way to get them in the game better. Yeah, the fuck you do,
Yeah.
idiot.
Hey,
They were doing
language.
good.
Watch
Hey,
the
God,
language. Watch the language.
God, I just want to say, I'm gonna say this, God. Though I get what you're saying, but I know this for true because I've seen it in the league before. We didn't want to let the world see Rashid before we let him see the world. We wanted to hold him a little bit further out than what we had to, because they know what they had. And when you have that type of gamesmanship and that showmanship for the game, you have to recognize that. Like they wasn't trying to let
That makes no sense.
No, it does
That's
make
a
a lot of
stupid.
sense.
God,
No,
let him
that's
finish. Let him finish.
He has a point. He has a point. But
That's fair. I just wondered, as I said, I was at the Hawks game live, so I was only seeing bits and pieces of your game, but it seemed to be radically different.
It was. We lost that game because of a missed tackle.
Missed tackle, yeah.
And you see, even the commentators during the game were saying that Burrow had a problem with the zone defense.
The
We
zone.
should have stayed.
He
We should
always
have stayed
has.
with the zone all game because he had a problem with that. You see, with this coaching staff, they don't
Jamal.
use their sense. They don't use their sense no more. If you did your research and you did your scouting and you noticed that he has problem with zone, stay in zone the whole game. Because what they did, they left the guy over there by himself, and instead of wrapping what's his name up from LSU, because I'm not a big LSU person.
Oh, I
I'm
know
from
who you
Auburn.
mean. I can't think of his name.
He didn't even wrap him up good, and he just shook him, and he was going. There was nobody behind him as a backup. They left him alone 1-on-1.
Who missed that tackle?
Roby.
That was Roby, y'all.
right. Roby some shit, bro. I've been saying that.
They
Man,
awesome
Roby
shit.
some shit.
Hey, and that's just my opinion, Meg, because it's not a stat sheet guy. I do pay attention to the stats and analytics. I really do. But I'm saying what I see on the field from Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
They're one of the
So
worst
am I.
defenses in the league right now, and that's why they, Seattle not getting on that roll offensively like they could be. What they have offensively is because y'all defense is staying on the field way too long.
Well, the offense made our defense look bad with those big plays.
Hey, I'm just happy we got the
They
win.
they also had DK going crazy like he a damn.
Bro, that's one thing. You see that it's like two different ends when you see a burnout game like that. Like you have the offensive minds that's like, man, you see how that offense is so crazy. It's almost euphoric. But you have the defensive people that's like, damn, what the fucking defense at? What a tackling at?
I'm just boys. I'm just very happy we got the win against the Cards because my brother loves the Cards, and if you don't think I rang him at 2:30 a.m. in Australia to let him know, you're kidding. But I still think he'll have the Cards.
Don't do that to your brother.
I did.
Do it to him.
It is totally that year to do that to your brother.
Even better than me giving dirt to him, my 3-year-old nephew, his son, yelled, "Go Hawks,"
Let's go.
whenever he sees me. But no,
Nice.
I've got to get going for another stream, but I reckon you guys have got the cards. I mean, if we can beat the Cards, you guys can. You couldn't.
Hey man,
Hey,
y'all got Pete Carroll. We got fucking nothing.
But I don't think, I mean, we only got them by 10 points, which actually very much surprised me. I thought 3, maybe 4 points. No touchdowns scored till the second quarter.
Yikes.
On a bad Michael Dixon. I love him because he's Australian, but he screwed up.
You know what I think y'all missing low key is that linebacker. That linebacker is very important on that defense. So
yeah,
I think y'all missing if y'all still have Bobby, y'all might be the fucking truth.
Yeah, you know how I felt about Bobby going. God, I don't need to repeat it. But look. You have to beat the Cards so I can still maintain bragging rights on my brother, who will get another phone call tomorrow morning if it happens. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I do not think it'll be a 10-point game like it was for us, but I still think
I'm just scared.
I'm
scared of
my tip for your team.
Being back. We got that wide receiver one going against. I mean, we're gonna have a Debo going against DeAndre probably. If you
shut down Kyler Murray like we did,
yeah, go ahead.
Shut down Kyler Murray and maybe D-Hop, and you will win. We didn't have to worry about D-Hop, and we shut down Murray. I just finished rewatching it again.
Y'all was getting y'all interior rush.
I'm surprised Murray don't last this long as shorty as he is, running around there looking like a little ant.
Russell is slightly shorter than Murray, and look how long we had him in Seattle. Am I enjoying him stinking up Denver? Yes. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I am loving Denver imploding.
I mean, what they was talking about on Pat McAfee yesterday was one thing that we was talking about before the season even started. How Pete Carroll looked like a genius. How Russell not it. Russell is not him no more. They gonna see that. We said that before. We did not.
I said that when the trade happened, and I got accused of being a pissed off 12, which I will admit I was.
They had people doing it. Yeah, they had people saying that too. Yeah, it was like you hate.
But I am sitting there laughing, watching Denver play, going, "We told you this was going to happen. We told you that he's not as good as he was."
Oh, and look what's happening in Cleveland right now. What's his name? I'm glad we didn't give up all that money in them draft picks. That man, look.
Who are you referring to, Prime? I'm not big on Cleveland.
The quarterback for Cleveland,
Deshaun. That just got another lawsuit.
Well, that was the other thing.
I'm not even playing, so that don't pertain to anything.
We missed out on Deshaun.
He just got.
We missed out on Garoppolo. We missed out on Baker Mayfield, and we were going to be the laughing stock of the league.
I'd rather have my quarterback one not on the field because he injured in compared to him having sexual harassment allegation and lawsuits going
That's
crazy.
Right. You'd have an injury over that crap.
I couldn't imagine our team.
Okay, let's get back on talking about the Saints because people in the chat are like Barbara's saying, why are we talking? Yeah, let's just focus on the Saints. It's supposed to be a Saints
still
chat.
think
We're
you're
gonna
going to
get back on target.
I've got to get going for another stream, fellas. I'm calling it 3 to 4.
I hear you, Barbara.
3 to 4 points to the Saints.
Well, look, I don't care if we win by 1 point at least. We just
as long as you get the Prime. Get the win.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We play Oakland. But I'm gonna tell you right now. We just need to make it through this year because we got a lot of old people on that defense. You got Jordan. You got Demario Davis. Both of them are over 30, and then you got the other two I mentioned earlier, the 2 draft picks that Sean Payton left us with and gave up like 3 or 4 number ones for 2 people that's not working out. Man, Sean Payton really screwed this team up. He left a lot of garbage. He did. We got to. He was great, He was great, and we got a Super Bowl ring, but still,
It's just time to
one
move
Super
on.
Bowl ring,
Let's
one
go
Super
for
Bowl
it,
ring in
guys.
16 years.
And
Come
for
on.
us, for week to week, we just gotta focus and play better because that's what we not seeing the production on the field. Those decisions
No.
off the field make us we see on make the product we see on the field, and what I see on the field is just not what I'm used to at all, and it's alarming. It's on both sides of the ball, on
Well,
both sides of the ball,
I'm gonna tell
and
you
we
right
make
now.
plays on third down when we need to. Most of the time this year, it's kind of been overcasted because the things would be the deficiencies because we've been making plays in the situations where we need to, and so we get the important stops when we need to, and you can tell by the product on the field and the stats that we doing that, but
Well,
for the most
like the
part,
old saying
giving
goes,
up plays for
Crusher, stats are for losers.
Yeah,
Just win the
stat,
damn game.
stats of but prime stats are for losers, but shit, stats is for empirical knowledge as well. Because
Yeah,
if
I was gonna
somebody
say
do
that.
things, see people talk about stats like they poo poo, but shit, we got stats. Shit, I got a stat. I probably smoked 5 cigarettes today. I told my damn labor. The tape looking crazy. I done lost 20 pounds since the last time I seen y'all though. About 15, 20 pounds, you feel what I'm saying? Been doing my thing, but we got stats, Prime. Look, I can tell if somebody gonna do something if they do it over 2 times now. I can tell somebody gonna do something if they see 8 in the box, if they see a zone. You can see what people do. Stats tell you the truth, but you can't rely on stats because if you over rely on stats, you forget about situational football and what you have to
And
do
that's
in
what they're
that
doing. And
situation.
that's what they're doing.
And at
Because
times we're not getting there. We're not going home.
they don't stick with what's working. They just should have kept on running the ball because Cincinnati was supposed to have a real good run defense because they was talking about that up to the game. We ran for over 20. I'm going to go old school now. We should have the attitude that um the coach for Green Bay, I can't think of his name, Lombardi.
Oh, I know.
Lombardi did that one play, that sweet play. They kept running that play over and over again until somebody stopped them. And that's one of the things that's been lost in football, especially
Well,
Saints football over the years. If you see something
I
working,
say
you
that
keep up on it until they stop you. You keep doing it until they stop you.
it's just been like I said, man. I think that's been the purpose. They want to do that, but I think blocking down the field injuries and the run blocking some games we don't get surged like we need to. We fall off of trying to run the ball because we're not getting those
Oh, I
outs.
said, do you have a animal, a dog with you? Cause I hear bells. That's what you're talking about, Barbara?
No, it's Twin Jones.
But
Oh.
I'm just we not getting home. We not being concentrated. We're not playing focused football right now. Period.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, people. If we drop to 2-5 after this game, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna be looking for a new head coach next year. Because I think what's gonna happen, he, and I hope he's not doing self sabotage because some of the moves they're doing, it looks suspicious, like playing Jameis Hurt,
Like
like
we literally okay.
like not running the ball, and you notice that your offensive line is not good pass blockers. It's
You
those
know what
kind
we
of things.
seeing? We seeing our ex girlfriends and boyfriends at the dance with they new huggy with they new cuddle buddy. We seeing Chauncey make plays on TV, be as flamboyant and charismatic and productive on the field as he needs to be. He should be on our team. See Marcus Williams making interceptions. They defense not all that like it should have been and like it should be. But you see Marcus up there with sure tackling and full fundamentals. And you look at us, and it's like we looking at our past loves on the dance floor with their new little buddy. That's what I see. Like we shouldn't have let them go.
I think. Do you really think, though, Prime, and I don't know the situation there fully, that they would get rid of Dennis Allen after a year?
But he has talent now, and that was one of the biggest excuses they was making
Yeah, no,
before.
no, but I'm just saying if your season ended up going south catastrophically, because it was his first year, do you think they'd give him another, one more year, or do you think they'd get rid of him straight up?
Well, with the talent that they went and got for him to be successful with this team, we ain't got time for no keep on waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
We can't do like what Carolina did. We can't do that. We can't afford to do a Carolina. We cannot afford to do that.
Right.
But
Right.
and my thing is that it's the simple things that they're not doing to win games. It's the simple things they're not
Such
doing,
as?
such as sticking with the run game. You know your offensive line. I said this a couple of minutes ago. You know your offensive line is better at run blocking than pass blocking. Keep running the ball and loosen your use the run to open up the pass because that's what you
Right.
have right now.
Yep.
Because even when Breeze was quarterbacking for the Saints, they
Mhm.
had to give him wide open throwing lanes for you could see because he was 6 foot. He couldn't see over his lineman.
Oh, yes, I see.
So
Yeah.
it's just common sense that they're not using it. Like people say, common sense is not too common these days. And
Mm.
Barbara, as far as letting Williams and Cedar go, yeah, I see that. But
Yep.
this is a business, and the purpose of the business
Yes.
is
Mm.
about making money, and you don't want people causing too many waves because it happens like that on any job. Because I know a lot of you all work on jobs, and there's clicks on your jobs, and your job you may not be part of that click, and you got to watch out for people stabbing you in the back.
Yep.
Now, and getting back on Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas needs to go because he don't even show up for the home games. He's not even at the home games pumping the team up. To me, that's kind of being selfish. And you
Yeah,
got paid
that's
all
fair.
this
Yeah.
money. You got paid all this money, and you're not coming to the games to
Yeah.
support your teammates. Nah, that's being selfish. We don't have time for
Yeah.
that. Cause
Yeah,
I'm a
that's fair.
I'm back.
Oh, good lord.
we look good. We found it back.
Hey,
You you
well,
went, you went to go get your pull boy and the 6 pack of root beer.
Yes, sir. You know it.
no, a
That's a New
six
Orleans.
pack of
That's
orange juice, Prime.
Hey,
that's a
y'all.
New Orleans. That's a New Orleans
So,
7 course meal. A pull boy and a
so
6 pack of beer.
I don't know if y'all read the chat earlier, but yeah, Nick Underhill posted out a few minutes ago that Adebo is not playing now. So,
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, you got to be kidding!
I still think you're going to win it. I mean, come on, the Hawks won against the Cardinals. Shut down Kylie, and you've got the game. Not going to be
Who?
a huge win. I still think you'll have it, and not just because my brother is a Cards fan. I really think, taking into consideration the injuries and Debo not being there, it's not good. I just think
Wow,
Kyler Murray shut down.
wow. I'm gonna tell you, Hoodie. I don't know, Hoodie. I'm starting to wonder now with some of these moves they're making because, like I said earlier in the podcast, I don't want to see them give Winston the team back at 2-5 and 2-6 and hope this man work miracles being 100%. That's not fair to him. What you got to say
I
about that,
know.
Hoodie?
Yeah.
I know they're definitely not fair. And then it kind of looks to me. I kind of look at it the same way for the Dennis Allen situation. It's like we saying we brought all these weapons in to help Dennis Allen, be successful, but they're not even on the field right now. So I mean, can we really be really mad at Dennis Allen for everything?
Well, Hoodie, I'll ask the
Well, we need
question
to be
I
mad.
asked.
We need to be mad at the trainers for not having all these injuries happen. But I'm gonna tell you what the NFL is gonna have to do after this year. They're gonna have to really think hard of whether or not they're gonna stick with the 17 regular season game. If they do, they're gonna have to at least have 2 buys during the regular season
Mm,
because
yeah.
a lot
Or
of teams are
take this
injured
turf,
right now.
or they need to take this turf off the field and make it regular field.
Yeah, the injury, like we have real grass in Australia for our football, and I still can't believe you don't play. I can understand it's hard to maintain, particularly here in Seattle where it's freezing cold. But yeah, Hoodie, I'm going to ask you the question I asked Prime. Does Dennis Allen get the flick if you are a go 6-11 or something like that this year?
Hell yeah, Barbara, you're right about that comment.
Me, I would. I would give him a second chance. 'Cause like I said, this we haven't seen this team. If I can
Yeah.
see if I can see this Saints team coached by Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael, not just for 1 year, but for their second year
Yeah.
together and as a healthy unit, then I'll have to.
Yeah.
Then I can tell you now if they go the next year, same shit, 6-11, and they not even hurt, then I'll be like, yeah, it's time for you to go. But
Well,
this
Yeah.
we gonna lose some players after this year, man, because Demario Davis is getting up there long in the tooth. He's 32. Cameron
Mm.
Jordan is 32. Even Taysom Hill is gonna be 32.
Yeah, Demario Davis gonna be fine though. I think he's on like another 2-year deal right now, so like he's here with us for a little bit.
We're gonna have to get rid of some of that extra money we don't spent on these people, man. I'm gonna tell you, if Thomas don't come back in the next couple of weeks, I don't care who's that quarterback, he needs to be out of here. He needs to be out of here. He really does. Because that's a lot of money that's going down the drain. And you know who's paying for that? The people that have season tickets. So they're not getting what they pay for. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Olave is gonna be a star. Rashid Shaheed is gonna be a star. Callaway is really serviceable. I don't know why they're keeping. I don't know why they're keeping Traquan Smith on his team. I don't know why they're doing that. We probably gonna have to get rid of Roby after this year. Oh man, we're gonna probably make some wholesale. We might look. I don't know. I know everybody's all excited, and a lot of people got excited because we got the Honey Badger and we got Landry LSU guys because people been always talking about, oh, we need more LSU players. I'm not like I said before on many occasions. I hate LSU. I can't stand LSU. I don't like LSU at all, and I have personal reasons for it. Only people I support in college, I support the Southern Jaguars, where I went to Baton Rouge, and Tulane University. That's the only football teams in the state that I support for the most part. But I digress. But I'm gonna tell you, some people gonna have to go, man. They're gonna have to cut, and it's gonna be serious. It's and you see, the main reason why I want us to have at least a winning season this year, I'm not even thinking about the playoffs. I don't want this organization to add insult to injury by only winning 4 games and we get Philadelphia a top 5 pick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So my thing, my, and like Crush was saying, being over aggressive on the defense. What they just need to do? I think they need to basically rush 5 and keep 6 back or whatever. But they can't let Murray get out the pocket. They really can't let him get out and just make these fantastic throws and get lucky. Because a lot of time Murray just be throwing the ball up in the air to a spot and hoping somebody get under it. And that's the same thing that Mahomes does. But let Jameis do something like that. Oh, he's taking chances. So we got to win tonight. I don't care if it's by a point, but we got to win tonight. Because I know a lot of people going to be depressed. But I'm going to say this to everybody that's still in the chat and on you and everybody that's on the panel. I'm just going to say this: win, lose, or draw. People, remember this. I came to this conclusion 2 years before I moved to Houston from New Orleans. Win, lose, or draw. Those people going to make more money than us in a lifetime. So it makes no sense to get depressed and sad about it. Find something else to do that get your mind off of them being a disappointment. What you say about that, Hoodie?
Well, me, I'm always be, a little sad and disappointed. But at the same time, like I said, I just look at different situations and I look at, the game differently now because, like I said, I can't even see my team as, on a healthy. I can't even see them healthy, first of all. Second of all, you never know if we're going to win because we can do everything the right way and still get effed up because the refs don't like us, the NFL don't like us. Like there's so many things that you can put into it, like I feel like the NFL is a little risk on time. I feel like it can be like WWE and these other sports where you bet on it and then whoever bets the most, they want to take your money, so they make you these teams lose and stuff. So I can see it happen like that. So like I don't keep my hope ups anymore, like as much as some people do. So like I said,
There was a reason they kept the NFL out of Vegas, but since the advent of fantasy football, 12, 15 years ago or so, that don't change the whole.
we lost you for a second, brother Prime. What you said?
I'm just waiting for a referee in the NFL to come out and something happens to come out and say that a lot of these games were fixed. Just like with a basketball referee that a couple of years ago that got caught betting on games that he was calling. I'm just waiting for something to come out like that.
Hoodie.
Yeah, what's up?
Hoodie in the building, man.
What's up, young Nola?
Put Jarvis in the slot. He gonna do damage. AK in the backfield. Dude ran it. D. Davis coming through the line. QB running
put
out
Jarvis
of time.
in the game. Just put Jarvis in the game.
Yeah, the Saints said he's fine.
You said put Jarvis in the slide if the boy can ever get put in the slide if he can be put in the game.
Man, Jarvis stay hurt, man. Him and MT, they making me mad.
Yeah.
Isn't Jarvis over 32? How old is Jarvis?
He's got to be in his late 20s or 30s.
Because my thing is turf
Early
toe,
30s. I
turf
thought he was
toe,
only
really?
30. I thought he was 30, 31. I could be wrong.
I can look that up for you right now. Hold on. Who that to your warrior of God? I see you in
I
the
think
chat.
I
Who that?
think Michael I think Michael Thomas 29. I think he
Guys,
29.
I've got to go for another stream. Thanks for having me. Always
Jarvis
good.
All
Landry.
right.
Just
All
Jarvis
right,
Take
Landry is
care of
Andy.
yourself.
29.
Be safe. Peace.
Go Hawks. Talk soon.
Jarvis Landry is 29.
Yeah.
Y'all
Well, I'm
Guess
ready for
what?
gonna
them
say
Hey,
Saints, boy?
hey, you know what's
For them
crazy?
Saints, boy.
You
what?
know what's crazy? Jarvis Landry is 29. Michael Thomas is 29.
It's
But
game night,
Michael
baby.
Thomas
Let's
came
go.
in 2 days late. I mean, 2 years later.
Man, that man, look, he's been in the league. How long MT been in the league now? 6 years and only played for 3.
Yep.
God, that's like us being on our job for 10 years and only showed up for 5.
Oh my God.
Come on, now think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. That's like
My
that's
God.
like that's like you telling somebody to clock in and you work in this big complex and then they'll come and check on you to see if you can to work.
Yes, indeed.
Man,
Because I'm gonna tell
I,
you, man, money coming. I had season tickets back in the '90s, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I know they cost a shit lot of more money now. And all those people in New Orleans that's buying these season tickets, look, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, people. I feel your pain. I really do. Because you should be pissed. Because win, lose, or draw, these people gonna make a lot of money. Shit, I think I think the league minimum just to sit your behind on the bench is like what 600,000, just to sit on a bench and not play. Man, but they got to win this game tonight because it's going to be very depressing. Because I think if they don't win tonight, you're going to start seeing some dissension on that team. And I saw that somebody said on the chat. Let me see what that was. I said on the chat. Barbara said something. Keyshawn said weeks ago. He said Sage Station wasn't gonna like it, but he couldn't speak on it. I have a feeling that is Mike wants out of New Orleans. Let him go because football. Now, y'all tell me if y'all agree with me or disagree with me on this statement. Football is the ultimate team sport. Agree or disagree?
yeah.
Because because in basketball you got 5 people on the court. As long as you got 2 good players on the court, you probably gonna go to a championship depending on what conference you're in. And in baseball, with so many damn games in baseball, shit, at some point you can get lucky. That's why that's why I think NFL football is king because it's short and sweet and every game matters. Because I know people are excited about the Pelicans right now and all that. No, get excited about them when the season's about to be over. The basketball season is open in what, in April? Am I correct? When does the basketball season end? When does playoffs start?
Shit, to be honest, I don't even know. I know they got a shitload of games.
Sure, man. Look, it's because I'm gonna tell you right now. As long as those seasons are people getting upset about, oh well, our team is 30 games out of first place, but damn, you still got 80 left. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I think what's gonna happen. I think the red rifle, or whatever we want to call the red BB gun, he gonna start tonight.
Yeah.
The red BB gun is gonna start tonight,
The
and
red BB gun.
you're gonna have Taysom doing his best imitation of value Superman.
I heard of Debo out.
Yeah, that's what Hoodie just said.
How he out though? He practiced all week.
No, you know what they're doing? I just have this sinking feeling. I just have this sinking feeling that they're trying to hold out everybody to the next game against Oakland because I have a feeling that Jameis is going to come back that next game.
Las Vegas.
Hmm.
Why would you hold
It
him
don't
out
matter.
though?
because they don't want to hurt him even more so because they want to give Roby and them enough rope to hang themselves so they can prove and say, well, we're not gonna resign you. Look how you perform.
Roby look bad last game. You want Roby out there?
Roby trash.
He is trash. I agree with you. Just tackle. They don't tackle.
Man.
They don't tackle, Jerry. I agree with you. They don't tackle no damn more. It's like they want to go for the big hit. And like I was having a conversation with a classmate of mine a couple of weeks ago when I was looking at the Seattle game with him. Have y'all ever noticed during a football game when a team has like 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 1, or 3rd and 3 even? There's always somebody from the defense that try to tackle him from behind and hit him forward enough with enough momentum for them to make the first down. Why not just hold them up? Stop running behind people full speed, and you know you got 3rd down and short. Your momentum is going to give them 2 yards. Because y'all remember Murray. When Murray was running the ball, Murray used to fall forward for 2 or 3 yards.
Man, the Saints got to win this game, man.
Yeah, they got to win. I agree with you.
It is. I think we can win this one, though. Even though we don't have our 2 corners, that's going to suck. But
at least we get to see Alante Taylor, though.
I just hope that they just sell out and this double cover Hopkins. That's all you got to do, and dare him to throw to other people. Just damn. You got to watch out for Hopkins, and you got to watch out for the tight end Ertz.
But Mr. Jerry, Brother Prime, and Mr. Young Nola, hey,
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the podcast right here, and we're gonna go live again at. Thank you. We're gonna go live again at around 6:45, 6:50, right before the game. You know, to start up our watch party and stuff. But I appreciate y'all coming on and chatting up before getting these previews and all that. Hopefully, the Saints can pull out a W tonight. And yes, Paulson Adebo is out and is inactive now because of a knee injury. So, no starting corners, on either side. So we'll probably see Alante Taylor and Bradley Roby starting on the outside, and the inside, I don't know who they're going to put. So thank y'all again, and hope to see y'all in about 20 to 30 minutes for the watch party for the Saints game. And all I can tell everybody is what, Jerry, what we tell people?
You tell them who that.
You heard them,
and also, if you don't know, y'all will know that there's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Juby.
You heard him. Who that?
Run it up, Panero. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We going to the bowl. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Young Nolan Hooded Jew wanna beat me like you know. Chris Olave, MC down the field. Wants to throw the ball deep, yeah you know it's getting real. Put Jones in the slot, he gon' do damage. AK in the backfield, you know Duran. E. Davis coming through the line, QB running out of time. Tom Brady, that's mine. Yeah, the Saints did it fine. Hold out, chopper style, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Chopper style. Choppers out, the boys wild, yeah, the boys wild. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we toting, holla. Marshawn Lattimore, play the left field. Marcus May play deep safety, so you know the deal. We got Tyrant in the box, got the QB on lock. Man, we ready to rock. See, they gone in the slot out. A Debo, play the right side. Stop playing with that boy. 29, ready to ride. We ain't tripping at all. We going to the top. Yeah, we gon' spin they block. Yeah, we knocking on the top block. Look, we rap the Florida leaves, so boy was poppin'. The Saints really wildin', them boys on fire. We really number one, we move with silence. We zip them boys up if it's a problem. Choppers out, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Choppers out, choppers out. Them boys wild. Hold up. Let me roll. Every toe,